I don't know what I was looking at, but I ended up going back and thinking about queens who killed their brother or had problems with their brothers trying to kill them for their reign. And it made me think about James or King James or James. So this might be like this James. Somebody's last name could be James or this James Stewart energy or something, because I think her brother's name was James, and then she went and had a baby named James. But I think Elizabeth ended up getting stuck with the baby because they put Mary in jail and they cut her head off. So again, that's making me think about this skull and crossbones things, because a father could have sacrificed their child, or this group could have sacrificed somebody's child, or that could have been a forewarning from this father or something back then that maybe couldn't say something because they took the oath of silence that this is what they were going to try to do. This could be, I don't know. I feel like a lot of this stuff is a mix up of the wrong information, because this was an African queen that I was reading about. And I was thinking, why don't we ever get American black Indians or so-called black or dark-skinned races that are seen as warrior type of energies, when that's what this land was built on prior to colonization, was matriarchal societies of like women kings and things like this. So it made me think, because I was saying I shall not take a African spouse, king, queen, whatever, transgender, whatever, because it's about me. It's about me being that one that can redo or bring back the lineage of the real true Americans. Again, that Christ coming back, and if Christ wouldn't have came back and said something or done nothing, then there wouldn't be any of them left. So we are the ones, the elder breeds, thank you, of America that are under attack. Now they confuse everybody with this African American shit, but it ain't the same. I don't feel like these real true Africans, the 300 and something that they allegedly brought over here, because they also took, thank you, a lot of brown skinned people from this land and dispersed them other places. But then, we're not going to talk about the numbers, because like I said, this is history. That's their story. His story tends to lie. That's why we tell her story here. And I feel like the word or asterisk of America that they demonize is the only one that can really tell that energy. That's the only one that's why they have to silence me. That's why they have to let all their women try to raise up above me or seem like they're better seers than me, but they're all using me as a conduit of energy. Everybody wants to trap me in something, and you can't have me. Nobody, no man or is gonna sell, borrow, trade, martyr, any of that shit. It's just not gonna happen. So it's almost like I can't have a husband. I can't have a spouse moving forward. Whatever has been done in the background behind my back, I have to keep hold of that. That cannot be wiped away, because there's some motherfuckers that owe me. So I mean, we got to keep that in place to a certain extent. But these kings that try to imprison the real empress, emperor, or king, queen, and then rise themselves above me or run ahead of me, um it's all linked in one it's all linked in one thing, because I looked up this African queen and I put her picture up on my Instagram under the most high 2023 or the most high 23. I can't remember what I renamed it to. But I noticed that this looked like this dude named Bone that I used to go out with or like or whatever, date or whatever, in like the 5th grade. But like, he was too immature and he was too like rough, always wanting to fight and shit like this. Thank you. You too. Um, and I think he lied on me and said that he did it with me or whatever. Now, what I'm thinking though, because we talking about that Yehovah energy or whatever in this energy. What I'm thinking though is that these people ain't regular people. I don't know what the fuck. Like, if my mom came here when I was 11, I was not even active until years after that. I wasn't sexually active until years after that. But again, that would consider some type of abuser or rape and pillage. that if one of these girls that I'm looking at today look a lot like a mix between me, one of them Bones, and Jay-Z. So, like I said, I don't know if these people are using splicing or something like that, but I feel like that eliminates, or these type of people, I say, besides the Christ, because God formed the Christ, they're disqualified from even taking a crown. We haven't done enough research to see how these people will operate. And then again, when we say that there's going to be a knot of people that's going to rule, that already happened. We're already at the time when Christ is supposed to be ruling forever. All the other shit is already done. Even the mark of the beast, that shit is already done. That's why it's been so hard for me to advance, even with the best business ideas or whatever. It's been because what was the secret was they were using some other feminine energies attached onto the marriage or the commitment that me and my Taurus or my whoever he is, shit, had together. That's how they were able to grab a hold of my crown without me even knowing that I was supposed to be wearing one. You understand what I'm saying? So if I was in a brother neighborhood with like Jay-Z and them, and if that really is talking about them ending me or killing me or doing something to me, because we seen that girl that was beheaded and her legs or something was cut off. It kind of made her just like into a bust. But I don't know. I feel like even if they're trying to go back into teenage years, God already reformed me or something. It's like the coming to or Shiloh until Shiloh come. I know they try to have this BFF have a child and name it that, but that's not the Shiloh. If you think about what, if you break down when Shiloh come, that means somebody come awake, come back alive. Like a Christ would be reappearing, or could have been in a walking coma or some shit like this, right? So I'm looking at this like anybody that's like got thousands of people. I know the narrative or whatever that they've created to try to overwhelm the Christ energy. It puts pressure. Like it's like if you were like could you think about like when in a Nazi camps or something like this, when they took these people and they took them and they was talking in a whole different language and yelling at them like, get up and go, and you don't know what the fuck they saying, but they got guns to your head and they just shoot motherfuckers that ain't listening. You know what I'm saying? It's something like the fear that would be over somebody, but I don't have that fear. It's just, do I even want to address these people? If these people are already dead, or if they already died from what they did to me in the past, or these people were sent away and they were not supposed to come back and they snuck back in, you're not even fucking talking to me. You're not even relevant because of your behavior, because of something that you've done. So the judgment of Christ coming back judging, that other people, that shit is talking to other people when they're saying, oh, forgive and forget and all this other shit. That wasn't talking to Christ coming back to judge and being pissed off and realizing what the fuck happened, that everything was fake and these motherfuckers is liars and they stole in millions and billions of dollars and all kind of shit and energy and coochie, and you know what I'm saying? It don't even amount to. So imagine the people that did these things to you, trying to claim you and take them, trying to claim your throne and then claim you and tell you that you the only true blood left, and try to tell you that you're gonna be their property. How? Because we still have, well, I don't like that word democracy, but there's still a system here in America. There's still laws and shit that can be broken. So I started thinking about the skull and crossbones, because I feel like they could have accepted this masculine into the skull and crossbones and like treated this person like a brother. But I don't know if this person turned on me, they got rid of this nigga, they mind control him, MK Ultra him, or something like this, and or that's my skull or his skull as a sacrifice, somebody that's disconnected or something, the cornerstone that was removed that the builders try to build without. It's just giving me this energy. And I kept on seeing, when I was thinking about what they was talking about, going to whatever grove or whatever, Walnut, whatever the fucking grove is, okay, where they said that these Masons or these Illuminati members were worshiping, it seemed like these niggas from the streets. Do you understand what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? And I kept on seeing this woman, Brenda, which is the mother of this cousin of mine, which I think is a demonic witch. I kept seeing her face on that big ass owl that they showed, that, you know, that owl that everybody was passing around, that these people go and burn stuff and walk around this owl and offer these sacrifices, these children to Baal or whatever this is. This is what this is on a smaller scale. So it's like these people went to court to try to lie on me to say something about me, or I'm mentally ill or something like this, so they can get some kind of gain, some kind of control. They use women that actually have traits of Down syndrome in their family, women that seem a little slow, like shit like this, when I seem to be somewhat intelligent. It's like, what? Yeah, they might have me not on the same frequency as them. That's the only reason why I would not know exactly what they're doing to the minute every time they're doing it, right? But I would feel like that. But I feel like it's a lot of shit that I know, and that's why these people try to get on me to give information that they don't know. See, because the dead only see what they want to see. And I feel like their only plan was to discredit me, to destroy me, to try to record me illegally, to ruin my reputation. It's something like this, okay? And with the other people, what I feel like the Crown did and other individuals did was not protect me or not get me from A to B like I was supposed to be. So, excuse me, even the men that was supposed to come protect me or be by my side or stand with me or be my bride or my masculine or whatever, it's like they all got tricked out by these groups or something, and I'm the only one standing. So it's still like I'm the only one that was not able to be deceived by Satan. But that doesn't mean that but I'm saying there's a difference between cast down syndrome and Down syndrome. That's like a low IQ or something like this. Cast down syndrome is somebody forced out of a frequency with other people that they're supposed to be working with on purpose, but as soon as that's found out, the rest of the people should be slew or slayed. There's no second guessing it. There's no, if this is what they're on, right? Because everybody's not on that. But anybody that's trying to harness my energy in this time, they're going to be met with wrath, heat. Nobody is invited to be talking to me or standing by me or coming in my house or around me or doing nothing with my energy. Alien, water, motherfucking monsters, I don't give a fuck who it is. So it's kind of like somebody saying, well, yeah, we know that they did this to you, but, we know that you're the queen or whatever, but, still you're going to have to go with these people. They judge you already. How are the people that abuse me secretly, spiritually, or some emotionally, mentally, or something going to be the person that is going to be? No, it's not going to be happening. Now, there could have been an alliance, you know what I'm saying? Because that's forgotten, that's been done in the past or whatever. But the first win, you showing me right there that you change, and this is how you treat women and children. This is what you do. So I wouldn't accept that. If you expected me to say, I'm not mad at these people right now today for the shit they did, it's funny or it's sad or it's whatever at this point, some of the shit that happened or whatever. Now that I see it on many different levels, I know that there was other people and players involved. There was manipulation. These are war tactics or something like this. That I'm the only one that didn't know that I was queen or king. Right? So if these people would embrace somebody or been like, hey, this is shit you need to know or whatever, but this is what we talking about now or something like this, okay, they could have probably ran with me. But to try to just not do nothing and leave somebody out until they need your assistance and let them be abused or something. And no, I would not want to rule beside a king like that. And unfortunately, Christ is the one that chooses who goes into this new kingdom. So welcome to the new age. Yeah, it's mine. What the fuck is you talking about? And whatever other silly shit they got going on with this AI and all this other shit and these towers and everything like that, that be tripped out by a real king queen. So I see why they so bothered, but now they over-sexualized rulership or reigns even more. And it's obvious now that these people are just happy because they can go around and be adult babies and not be judged. You wasn't being judged at first because the only people that knew that you was doing this was the secret society members that was just using it over your head so that you don't speak something. You know what I'm saying? People that's not a people. AI bots that don't have no feelings, no emotions, no nothing. Right? No soul. But you have to remove that to know the levels and the caliber of abuse and things that's going on. You would have to desensitize the whole world so that you can continue to, and you can do it however you want to now. Now men can just brainwash their brainwash or wipe out memories of abuse that happened in the household. You catch your man doing something to your child, they can just wipe your memory or something like this, and then keep fucking on your child, and you'll never know. You'll be in a house 50 years with a motherfucker that been raping your kid every night, and you don't even have a choice. You don't have the chance. You don't have the words. You don't have the sight. You don't have the something to show. And then so now they only had to create a couple of these type of bot energies or these people with this mindset. And now to go take it a little bit further, the abuse that's going on with children is going to automatically be something that's embedded in them for them to think that is normal. And the people that would be able to fight for them if they saw this occurring to change something, they are the ones that's being inflicted mentally and called mentally ill. But it's really the mentally ill ones that are in the courtroom that did this abuse to somebody. So again, these people cannot judge. They can't cast a stone. They can't judge. It's almost just like, well, what are we still here for? We might as well obliterate the whole thing, and God just take the people that he gonna choose and put them somewhere and just eliminate the whole shit and just have these motherfuckers come back and rebuild it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's no use. It's no use. It's almost they desensitize or dehumanizing people, so you don't even need to feel. You can't sense or pick up if your child acting weird or something. They just want that to be a normal fucking thing or something like this. You understand what I'm saying? And it's just a whole bunch of nasty motherfuckers that just want to be able to be doing whatever this is. And I really feel like a lot of this shit stems from there is a Muslim presence here. Basically, possibly more than likely so like I said, if somebody don't like what you're saying, then they can remove posts. I just went on my Facebook and a whole bunch of posts were removed off of my Facebook, right? But Elon Musk just bought Facebook, so he must have just bought that shit but I'm thinking Zuckerberg or something like this could have left that shit to somebody else, and they didn't tell me, or they didn't give me the message. And so we got Elon Musk over here trying to make sure that him and Mommy Wata, which is probably he took this person as a bride instead of myself, they both being possibly South African or whatever the fuck this is, or I think she might be Mexican or something. It just seemed like that's what era we're in right now. So these is like the little low key that I'm the only motherfucker that's probably going to be able to peep them out. So it's making me think about that might go down as God energy, because somebody has to be the last of the light and the one to see, but it's lonely damn near at the top. And it's not like nobody's walking around here like, come here, God, we want to take care of you, or we want to make sure that you're safe or nothing. It's just a motherfucker walking the planet with this kind of heaviness, or there's something that these people are trying to strip away power for them to be able to correct or do anything. It's just weird to me. I'm just, like I said, I'm just thinking out loud right now. But I'm picturing up that what they were doing was trying to make it look like it was the royals. The royals was too busy with these codes that they had for a long time. Just ignore it. Don't speak up. You don't have to correct people when they saying something wrong. Forget about what those people are saying. You know what I'm saying? And then what happens? You get well. So I feel like it's a good time. It's a time to speak, and it's a time to be silent. And it just ain't one of them fucking times right now. It's just not. Because I feel like that's what they were doing. They were riling something up from the underworld and getting lots of people online to talk about these things and talk about how the white man was so horrible and everything like this. But I feel like, again, even if colonizers didn't come in, when God in Genesis 1 mixed the earth with the earth, that was foreign earth energies and earth energies, and they was going at it, and brother went against brother, or they start going against each other. That's the same thing that's happening right now. But it's just the African breed is rising up, trying to take over the American breed like they always did. This was the time where they woke somebody up 15 to 20 years ago to start talking about this shit on another level. But like I said, AI and technology has gotten in the way where, and then all of this type of mental abuse and this prodding and probing and shit like this, it's like, and then the antidote or the vaccine is already a done. Do you see what I'm saying? It's already there. But that's okay. Yeah, but those people are going to be down there. You're not going to be having no positions in this world where you're going to be in control of many other people's lives. That don't mean you can't work and make a honest wage or be a criminal. It's still going to be criminals and do whatever the fuck you want to do, but you're not going to be having no higher up positions where you're really going to be able to rule. And some people want to come and flock to you and go up on your something as long as you don't come up against the government. I mean, it's the same shit that we already got these bills and acts and things already implemented here. But what you're not going to do is capture this king, queen. That's just not going to be a thing. You can't keep a good woman down, a good woman or a good man down. I'll say it like that. And there's nothing, I'm in my sound mind. I can't, if it's a million crazy motherfuckers around me and I'm in my sound mind, I'm gonna fight to the death, and I'm gonna stand 10 toes down on the fact that I'm mentally stable. You better check, you need to do a read on the rest of these million motherfuckers, then get back to me. And if you can find, we'll say, if you can, because it's making me think about a lot in them, if you can find 10 good ones or something like this. And I feel like periodically they will send these people to Florida or something like this, but I'm standing my ground right here. You've been able to use the same method. There's nothing new under the sun to continue to eliminate this breed or something from this area, or give them gifts or blessings or some type of desire or something like that. And the shit is not working with me. And obviously I'm still standing here for a reason. I feel like there could have been some mob mentality that something happened, but I'm not going to go too deep into it. I was just thinking out loud right now while I was just going to get some food. But I'm going to go ahead and pull the cards out when I get back in here. But it's just making me think that, nah, that's not going to happen. And then again, don't try to incorporate me. Don't disconnect me from the group 30 years ago. And y'all came up with some ridiculous tribal shit from 500 years ago and shit talking about you ready for the future or you trying to make a change. And you don't even know if those was your ancestors for real. Because a lot of you motherfuckers ain't even got the same name that you really supposed to have. You're not who you are. The only motherfucker that's sure about who they are and don't need nobody else and they solid and strong on their own is the motherfucker that, and they ain't putting on no show for Facebook or something like this to get views and shit, is Christ. Motherfucker, is the one that God formed himself. There's no other motherfucker like it. So you could put bitches on, you could break off a piece of monkey bread in my brain and give it to a bitch, but they ain't never gonna be the whole full motherfucking spectrum. That done lived many lives and done different things within those lives, been a king, a queen. I just feel like it has to do with the chosen. That's why they were saying something. There's a difference between the chosen ones and then the chosen one. Motherfucker, it's only one of them. And that person is going to probably be beaten up or whatever like this. They're going to be different than everybody else. They're not going to be accepted and so on and so forth. So if you get with a gang of niggas and y'all already know you done did this, you done ran through this, you collected this, you got money, you done bodied niggas together and everything like this, it's not you. It's going to be an alpha female more than likely. Because there's a lot of alpha males that just stick to themselves. But alpha, it's usually females have girlfriends. It's going to be me. I don't even know what else to say. You would think that if God sent somebody that speak, because he said, go here and speak to these people like this, I'm going to tell you exactly how to speak to them. If I'm talking to a certain group of people, then golly, I might be talking like them, especially if I come from there. I'm not being phony or nothing. This is where I come from. But I also have a proper voice that I can put on in certain situations or functions when I feel like it's more suitable. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm talking to a certain group, then that must be, when I'm doing these channelings or these readings, that's who this is meant for. The people that can relate. You would think that it'd be like cool that God sent somebody that's kind of just like us or whatever like this, or speak like us, or, oh, he is one like us or something like this. And you're not trying to pick apart, because how could you think that you getting gifted and you was able to come up, or you was able to turn into a millionaire, or you was able to do this or start this business or something like this if you cuss too? Because nobody calling you to Christ. And when we talk about this Christ energy, why would Christ call himself a Christian? Why would I call myself a Christian? That's why I don't like when people try to trap me into that energy. Because a Christian is a follower of Christ. So why would I be a follower of myself? Why would I call myself a Christian? That's what a Christian means, a follower of Christ. So that's what be that I am, that I am. Who, what, that I am. It's like ridiculous to me. Because I feel like even if these people are watching me, there's no reason for them to deny it. If somebody's sitting there patiently sitting like God said, or sitting as a bride or something like this, nobody has the right to force or implement any other actions on that person. Period. I've already given freely for 40 fucking years, even when I didn't even know, even when it was out of my control, and even when it was in my control. So do you see what I'm saying? Without asking nobody for a dime. And now it's time to reap the now it's time for Christ to sit on that throne, or this might even be like the Yeshua Christ energy that never was able to survive this. And I'm the closest one to be able to survive it and actually be a king of cups, a king of kings, and sit on the throne and be living. It's something about a hold on my life. It's something about a hold on my life. It's something about a hold on my fucking life. It's like I've been living but not. And I feel like it has something to do with Christ and all these other members that were taken away or forced into silence or into the background too soon. And my will to fight and live, even if I don't have the information, I don't know how the fuck I'm still standing here or nothing. Because I know I'm not supposed to be going no fucking where. It's a certain amount of life I see. It shows in my face, it shows in my skin, it shows I have another motherfucking lifetime here to live. That I'm not going nowhere. So this is, yes, own family did this for me or something like this, or clout or something like this, things like this. And some of these people weren't your family anyway, so they don't have no rights to your fucking crown anyway, or my crown anyway. Even if they're trying to say, oh, well, that's my bloodline too, then I can go get it. No, you're not the chosen one. That's the problem. That's the difference. And that's why nothing is going to be fixed until the chosen one is sitting. I feel like I won. They just don't want to take the L. And I don't need no motherfucker to tell me that. So the battle is not yours, it's the Lord's. That means somebody is going to be going through a different type of battle than every fucking body else. While y'all was getting money and making alliances and doing this and going into the underworld and fucking and all this, I was sitting here fighting off the crown of thorns, which is these people, knowing with my abilities and my gifts and me being able to see maybe even more than the average person, unless they've taken this and coined it and put a label on it and they're selling it wholesale. You know what I'm saying? My intellect or something. That means somebody's going to see the world in a different light. But that would be the torment in a spiritual sense, is knowing that this person is talking about me. Oh, they gotta be watching me because I was just wearing this, and that, and I just said this, and I just ate Cheerios for breakfast, and I just, you know what I'm saying? What is this? Oh my God, is this that type of thing where the person in this house has betrayed me? But like I said, I'm the type of motherfucker that gotta have the facts about your ass, and that's why I feel like I got these lives. But once I do get the facts or the information, it's a done deal. It's a done deal. I could cut your ass off if you've done something to try to put my life in danger or at stake. I ain't talking about you called my name or I heard, girl, I know y'all was talking to me. I heard y'all talking about me because the thing was still on speakerphone and y'all was like, oh, that bitch is stupid. Her man be cheat. I could forgive a motherfucker for something like this. Oh, oops, damn. That's fucked up. That's kind of embarrassing. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of embarrassing. That shit happened to my mom and her sister one day. That's kind of embarrassing. I can get shit like it take a lot. That's what I'm saying. It take a lot for me to get fed up. It take a lot for me to go there. But when I do, you best believe it is for a fucking reason. And just because I don't have to sit in front of this person's face, God shows me things directly. A bitch can just, I ain't even got to be looking at the screen when somebody say something. And God will re-scramble that shit and tell me what the fuck is really being said there. But most of these people that saying, oh, why are you making that up or why are you saying that? But you know what that bitch was thinking too. Because if you tapped into my consciousness or you trying to tap up into my vibe, then you tapped into hers. You know what the bitch is doing. That's two witnesses. It's a done deal. So it's the first time America being able to stand up for herself. And this actually is going to be coming from her. When we talk about slavery, this had to do with these investors or these other people that was coming into the land. Here, it's not, America can say no, and you're not about to be lifting up my dress and doing whatever the fuck you want to do and seeing what the fuck you want to see. And if we think about the Statue of Liberty with the chains on her feet, them chains is off, the shackles on her feet, and she like, oh hell no. And if you talk about that slavery shit, it's other ways to make money. We're not doing that. So if I found out that my sister, so yeah, you better be damn right. That's why they probably silenced me or blinded me. Because if I found out that my sister, my brother, my uncle was trading or doing some shit like this with children, yeah, that would be a problem. But like I said, a level of this shit is gonna go on in the world anyways. So they're saying, oh, a smooth criminal, because this person is okay with children being raped. So we're choosing her, and we want you to know right in front of your face that we're choosing her. But none of these motherfuckers really have authority. I've already broken the seal and seen beyond the veil that it's a bunch of high school hackers and some other motherfuckers from the neighborhood and peers of mine that was jealous of something they knew about me that I didn't even fucking know about myself, that's behind the screen.